blockade has been 100% successful. No boats have gotten into Iran, but they are getting in for other places. But we'll see. We're going to see what happens. It'll either be extremely good and oil prices.
Donald Trump has announced what he calls an economic D-Day against Iran, threatening unprecedented economic warfare and warning that countries helping Tehran could also face severe consequences. But Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, has now turned Trump's economic threat back on Washington, pointing to America's own debt and rising interest costs.
This will be an economic D-Day. It will be the most crushing economic operation ever taken against any country, and it will be economic warfare and isolation on an unprecedented scale.
Trump says the United States has powerful economic tools at its disposal, and when asked about what could come next, he argued that the pressure campaign is already working, particularly when it comes to Iran's access to oil and maritime trade.
The blockade has been 100% successful. No boats have gotten into Iran, but they are getting in for other places. But we'll see. We're going to see what happens. It'll either be extremely good and oil prices are going to drop like a rock, or we'll continue to do exactly what we're doing.
But Tehran's response is strikingly different. Araghchi isn't threatening Washington with another military escalation. Instead, Iran's top diplomat is attacking the economic foundation behind Trump's threat, saying America itself is facing an unprecedented financial crisis.
The so-called economic D-Day is a diversion from America's own crisis, unprecedented debt and surging interest costs. Doubling down on failed policies will only bring further defeat and enmity of Iranians.
And Tehran has a number to put behind that argument. The US national debt has now crossed $40 trillion. That debt was accumulated over decades and under both Republican and Democratic administrations. But for Araghchi, the timing creates an obvious counterattack. Washington is threatening to use its enormous financial power against Iran while carrying an enormous debt burden of its own. Trump, however, insists America is increasingly insulated from one of the biggest risks of an Iran confrontation, a disruption of energy supplies through the Strait of Hormuz. He says the United States is producing more oil at home, building record numbers of pipelines, and developing alternatives in states including Texas, Alaska, and Louisiana.
People have found other alternatives, which they never thought about. Texas, Alaska, Louisiana, and other places. In addition, a lot of pipelines, record numbers of pipelines are being built. So I think the Hormuz Strait's not going to be quite as important as it was in the past.
And that leaves the confrontation on a much bigger battlefield than Iran's sanctions regime. Trump believes America's economic strength can be used to isolate Tehran and force it to change course. Araghchi's answer is that Washington should look at its own economic vulnerabilities before declaring an economic D-Day. America has the world's most powerful financial weapon. But Iran is now asking whether the country wielding it can keep carrying a $40 trillion debt burden.